Alright, what's going on? This is how to make beats for CARSON and 2HOLLIS. I think this song sounds like Jeans, kind of by 2HOLLIS, but also the Diamonds snippet by CARSON, which you previewed a few months ago. So I feel like it can work for both of them. And obviously they're, kind of affiliated. They went on tour together. So yeah, let's get straight into it. A few of these sounds are going to be from my kit, but I'll let you know more about that later. Let's get straight to it. So this first line here is from Dune. This is like an ARP, I think. It's Bluefield KS. Yeah, it's just one of these presets here. And I literally just laid down this C# note, and that plays the entire melody. So here's what it sounds like. So to kind of sauce this sound up, what I did is I added a preset from my upcoming kit. So this is a EFX Motions preset, and yeah, I just dragged this on here, and that like sauces it up. It kind of chops it up and stuff, and makes it sound a lot cooler. So I'll play with and without, just so y'all can see. And then with it, makes it a lot more interesting. And then also OTT. This is just boosting some mid end. So it's a little bit louder in the mix, and then delay. After that, I just added like a simple bass from Serum. This sound is just like a Reese bass, I believe, bass sense from a Rod Made It kit, and yeah, it sounds like this. So with this sound, like it's a higher octave than I usually play a bass. I usually play it down here at that octave, but since I layered this bass with an 808, which I'll like tell you more about later because that's kind of some sauce, but I wanted it to be a little bit higher octave, so it didn't clash as much. And yeah, so that's why I did that. Then I added volume, and what this is doing is it's set to 4 bars, and when this like slides up from this G sharp up to this F sharp, I have the volume go up a little bit so it's a little bit louder in the mix. And then also distortion cold fire, just distorting it. Yeah, that bass is just C# and then G. Pretty simple. Next, this is like the pluck pattern. It's kind of like this is why I'm saying it's like a 2HOLLIS beat, because it has like the Jeans kind of sound. But it's also like really like glitched and distorted, so that's why I thought it CARSON. Anyways, with the pluck pattern, basically what I did is I went into, so I'm in C# minor, and what I did is I just went these two notes I thought sounded good next to each other, and I skipped this note, and then I did the F sharp, G sharp, and then also I'm in line, and I'm just going to get this. I'm going every single note, so just every note right next to each other, I'm putting another note. And then what I did is I just copied this over right here, Control B to copy it over, and then Control up arrow on my keyboard, and I pasted that up an octave, and then I took that and I copied that over again, and I just spammed that. So yeah, this is the Pluck Idle preset from a Rod Made It kit. I thought this one works pretty well, and yeah, here's what it sounds like. Again, that's why I say it's like also a CARSON beat, because like, it has the pluck pattern like in Jeans, but it's like glitched. So the glitching sound is coming from this EFX Motions preset, again from my kit. Yeah, just some filter and like volume automations giving it a cool sound. And then also OTT boosting the high end and mid end, because I thought it needed it. That's without, and that's with. It's just a lot like louder in the mix, and there's a lot more high end. And then delay eternity, this is just a ping pong delay, and then I put it on 1/4 delay. So next thing here is just, so this sound right here is just like this background layer like pluck thing. This is a sound from the kit that I'm about to drop. It's called Pluck Remember. Yeah, I just placed some random notes down here which I thought sounded good, and then I copied this over and just pitched it up an octave. But yeah, just like some random notes in the scale I thought sounded cool, and then I also added some effects on it. So yeah, I'll play what that sounds like. So on that, I did Portal, kind of giving it like weird like delay, and then also another EFX Motions preset from my kit. Yeah, just some like volume automations and whatnot, and yeah, it's just more of a background sound. Next, there was like some good layers in the melody, but I needed to be more full, so I thought I'd add a pad. This pad is from my kit too, by the way, Pad Sand. And yeah, what I did is I just laid down some simple notes to follow the bass line. After I made this pad, I ended up changing the bass line so it didn't go from C sharp to B. Instead, just stayed at C sharp and went up to G sharp. But I think it still sounds good in the melody. And yeah, just like some basic triads. And then same thing here, but you know, just up an octave. And yeah, so here's what it sounds like. So yeah, just a sound in the background that's like filling up space. And the only thing I added on that for mixing was this shaper box preset. And yeah, this preset is just a filter. I thought the melody had a little too much high end in it, so I just wanted to take that down. I just put a filter on it and drag this down to here. And then finally for the melody, I added one last sound, and it was just like, it's technically called a starter, but it's just a phrase from my boy Alex. And I just threw another EFX Motions preset on it right here to sauce it up. And yeah, sounds like this. This sounds really just here to like add some like high like noise kind of, but I thought it sounded cool and it was like choppy and stuff. And yeah, so here's what the full melody sounds like with this phrase, the arp, the bass, the pluck pattern, this counter pluck, and then a pad. It's kind of cool, kind of ambient, but really glitchy. And yeah, so after that I moved on to the drums. The first line here is the 808. And I said earlier in the tutorial I was going to break down like what I was doing with the 808 and the bass. So I'm playing them together, but what I'm doing is I'm grabbing a super fat like sub bass. Sounds like this. And then I'm adding a little bit of stereo delay. And also actually a little teeny bit of reverb on here. But I bring the decay all the way down so it's not noticeable. There's no like tail to it. And then I'm layering that with the bass, but since the bass is up an octave, it kind of distorts well. And yeah, I'll play what that will sound like together. And yeah, not like typical, but it distorts really well. And also, I know somebody was asking about my master preset in the comments. So my master preset is literally just soft clipper. What I do with the soft clipper is I will turn up this post and then turn down the threshold. I didn't have that done yet on this beat, but that's what I usually do. That's literally all I do. There's also literally teeny EQ boosting high end and taking out low end, but it's not really noticeable. And yeah, after that I moved on to the clap. So here's what this clap pattern sounds like. Then the hi-hats. These hi-hats, they're like kind of juiced up, so I'll like break that down after, but I'll just play a pattern real quick first. So with these hi-hats, the first thing I'm doing is I just lay down a one-step pattern. In the channel rack, what this looks like is just going like this, and every single note in the channel rack is selected. And then, so it's going to look like this in the piano roll, but then I'm also adding a few rolls underneath and leaving some open space too. Open space here, low notes, low roll, low roll. Yeah, that's how to make the pattern. And then I add effects with Effectrix, and this is just adding a phaser. And then looper A, this is reversing it. So as you can see, it's on reverse down here. Then I'm adding reverb for a second. I also have the reverb play again with this tonalizer sound. And then final right at the end, just basically just like a tape stop sound. And yeah, that's how I get these hi-hats to be like juiced up. So I'll play what it sounds like without the Effectrix, just so you can see what it's doing. And then with the Effectrix. And yeah, that's all it is for the hi-hats. Then it's just a simple open hat pattern. This is like a counter snare. Another snare which I layered with the clap. Very simple pattern here. A triangle. And then I'm also adding this snare roll at the end. And that plays with the bass line here when it goes up an octave. But yeah, that's the whole beat. That's all the drums together. like I said before, like I used my kit in a few of these sounds, these two sounds, and then most of the sounds have the EFX motions presets on them that are like juicing them up. And yeah, it's basically that though. For arrangement, this beat's really just arranged like super simply. I don't have the drums playing the intro for a few seconds, and then I bring them in with the clap pattern and the 808 hits. Yeah, that's basically it. My tag comes in. But yeah, you can check out all my kits down below. First link in the description, and then this kit that I'm dropping soon will be on there. So I'll let you know more about that when it drops. Thanks for watching, y'all.